Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing on with our last video in the Naughty Good November series, where we are going to look at the proposal. Where, how, what's going to happen when this goes down. And obviously this has to do with, a proposal of your person, asking you to be the one, basically. Okay. So please do remember that this is a general reading and not a personal one. So there is no reason at all to take anything personally. If it doesn't resonate with you, just take what does and leave the rest. If you are looking to get a personal reading, I do them over on my Patreon, and I have lots of other content over there, which the link to that is in the drop-down box below. So anyways, to move on here, we have 3 groups today: Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. Go ahead, select whichever group is calling to you, and let's get started. For those of you who selected Group 1, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what comes up. Where will the proposal take place? How will it go down? What information do you need to know about it? We have the Page of Swords. We have the 9 of Cups. We have the Emperor. Nice. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Whoa. We have June. We have September. We have Rainbow with Beauty. We have Wilderness Untamed. And we have Forest, Awaken Your Magic. Okay. Obviously, this is going to take place within like a very beautiful wilderness kind of area. This could even be like a national park or something like this that you frequent, or it could be like one of your guys' favorite locations or spots. Maybe you're away on a kind of like a little getaway together. What's really interesting about this is look at the Wilderness Untamed card, and then look over here at the Emperor card. Look at the background. It's like totally the same, even behind the Queen of Pentacles. It's wild. And even look at this. There's definitely a mountainous area. Okay. We have 30, we have 43 too, by the way, for numbers. This could give an age when this occurs. It could be a date. Now we could have the 3rd, the 30th, or the 7th. Obviously there's no 43. Or the 4th or the 3rd again. So 3 comes up twice here. But anyway, we have June and September. So obviously I pulled month cards. I pulled 2 for each group. So there's going to be 2 different ones. It just depends on what is the favorite time period? What is the favorite season? Obviously, I see what's going to happen here. And even there's mountains right here, and it's beautiful. So obviously you're on like a mountain trip kind of getaway. Okay. And I have a feeling this place has like strong meaning for you guys. And it's gorgeous. It's breathtaking. It's so freaking beautiful. You are very happy on this trip. It's like you get this invite, this message from your future partner, and they're like, and it's kind of like really kind of magical, like very formal. Like I see that they're definitely sending you some kind of invitation. You don't see this coming, and they have this whole thing planned. Okay. And it's like, I see that you both are very mature people when this happens. Like, obviously we have the Emperor and we have a Queen. Emperor is usually an older gentleman, and the Queen is obviously a mature woman. I get the sense there is a slight age difference. I get the sense that your person is a little bit older than you, but not by a freaking like too much. But there is an age difference. And it's like you get this message, and it's so beautifully done. Maybe even, this is very interesting that this is coming through. For somebody here, your person has exquisite handwriting. They maybe even know how to do, perhaps they're like a graphic designer or something, and they know how to do fonts, and they know how to do calligraphy, and they're like pulling out all the stops to make this invitation. And what I'm feeling is that they're going to be sending this to you, perhaps at your place of work, and you're not going to expect it. And maybe it's like the anniversary coming up for like since you started dating or whatever, and so it's kind of like a special time. It's either June or September, obviously. Again, we have many people watching this, so yeah, there's going to be more than one time period. But the point is this envelope arrives, and there's scads of roses with it and flowers. I mean, she's like literally holding a bouquet of flowers, and there's roses all around. So it's like all your favorite flowers. You know, it's like inviting you for this getaway. So I want to say almost too that you guys are going, and it's like there's wineries around where you're going. Okay, there's definitely wineries. And what's so interesting is like I'm a winery person. I go to them. We have tons of them where I live. It's actually rivals California now. June and September are always good times to go because June is not too hot yet, and September it's beautiful. And it's starting to cool off. It's still warm though. It's pleasant. So this is like, I feel like you're going to go to like on like a winery. You're going to go check out a bunch of wineries and stuff. And perhaps there's this one winery that is like got the most insane views, right? They have like a deck, and perhaps it looks, oh my God, look at that. Wow. Oh my God. Okay. So perhaps this looks over like the vineyard, you know, and you see all the grapes and stuff like this growing. I get the sense that there's, you know, it's definitely like there's a lot of trees around and stuff in this area, obviously. And out on this, this overlook area, like, you know, on the winery property is where this person is going to propose to you. And it's like absolutely freaking magical, like so beautiful, so wonderful. And I wouldn't even be surprised. And it's kind of funny because in June and September, depending on where you live, these are rainy seasons where rain will happen. And perhaps while you're on your, you know, you're checking out all the wineries and stuff, and you're getting closer to where the proposal is going to take place, right? And your partner is getting a little nervous, you know, and you're like, what's going on? You know, why are you so nervous? And they're like, oh, nothing, because it's raining, right? But then when you get to the winery, the rain stops, and it's even more. I'm getting chills all over my body. Oh my God, this is so fucking cool. Anyway, the rain stops just in time. So they take you out onto this observation deck, and there's a fucking rainbow over, you know, the oh my God, I've got such gnarly tingles and I'm getting like choked up. It's like, you know, the gods are smiling down on you guys on this day, and they pop the question to you there. And it's just absolutely exquisite. It's so beautiful. This might even happen more towards like the end of the day, like during golden hour as well. So it's like look at the clouds. They're all golden and everything just like glows, and it's so beautiful. And here's this beautiful rainbow that just appears right as they're saying, you know, will you marry me? Will you be, you know, will you be mine? You know, kind of thing. So whatever you're into. So that is really special and very, very magical. And it's like they do it so classy and so beautiful. And it's just like probably this is like one of the happiest days of your life. And it is one that you will never forget because of how it turned out. And the fact that, you know, it's just like absolutely beautiful. And it's like this, it's like untamed wilderness, like kind of like around in this area. And it's just, it's gorgeous. The view, everything, the ambiance is just on point. They rocked it, and they didn't expect this. They didn't even expect that, oh my God, there's going to be a rainstorm and here comes a rainbow. No. It was just pretty as it is. You know, you don't even need that to like take in the exquisite beauty of the area, but this just was like a special magic touch. It was just like meant to be. And you know, when you see this, that this is like your wish fulfillment, what you've always hoped for in a person. And it's like, perhaps some of you work with the goddess Iris, and this is like the sign from her, the message from the gods, you know, up on Olympus or whatever, saying, yep, do it. Say yes. So yeah, that is really freaking awesome, you guys. What a freaking beautiful, awesome freaking proposal. So there you guys have it. That is how it works. Make sure that you hit the bell, like and subscribe, because I have some really cool stuff coming in the month of December for you guys as well. So make sure that you are notified of that. And if you would like to check out more videos by me or get a personal reading, you can head over to my Patreon. Okay. Thank you guys for being with me, and I'll catch you next time. Those of you who selected group 2, this is going to be your reading. little piece of labradorite here. Let's see how the proposal will go down. What is it going to be like and where is it going to happen? So, oh wow, look at this, you guys. We have the King of Swords. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Empress. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. We have August and July. So obviously this is a summer thing, okay? Very Leo season, all right? And this is interesting. We have Elm, trust intuition. We have Dolphin with listening, and we have Eagle with vision. This is kind of crazy because these are successive cards. Wow, we have the 12th and the 13th. Also 3 and 4. These could be dates, okay? Very interesting. Maybe even for some of you, it's like the 4th of July, okay? And the reason why I say this is it's like there is this eagle here. It makes me think of, the 4th of July, Independence Day, that whole scene, imagery is going to be kind of powerful at that time anyway, especially if you're in the United States. But I get the sense that there is, what's interesting about this is the location wise for this is I feel like it's going to take place at your partner's family property. There's something about the family. It's a get together. There's something going on here. It's like a big party or something like this. And I get the sense there is some kind of ending that happens right before this event where it's like you've kind of been through maybe a little bit of a rough spot or a rough time, not with your partner, but just life in general. And finally, things are looking up, okay? I get the sense that, there could have been a... maybe even an older relative that had passed on or, something just or like an ending of an education. It doesn't have to be tragic, but there is some kind of major, ending, like a phase, okay, you've just finished your course that you got your PhD. Now you're getting ready to go into the world and, use it, or your MBA or something like this. There's like some kind of ending of a study program or else straight up relationship or something had happened. Your person is very King of Swords energy. They're quite professional. So when I think of the King of Swords, I always think of, people who are, lawyers, professionals. They could even be a surgeon of some kind, maybe even somebody who's a chef, someone who owns a restaurant. But the point is, you're feeling, it's like you just feel it. Like it's like you are very close to your person. You kind of sense, because it says trust your intuition. You kind of know that there's just something going on, and that that you feel like the proposal's coming. You know what I mean? There is something kind of important. I get the sense that your person comes from a long-standing line of professionals, and like the family has got like strong traditions, and you're kind of nervous because maybe you're going to this big get-together, this summer get-together, where you're going to meet the family. Your person has never introduced you to the family or anything like this, really. I mean, you've talked to each one individually in passing, but you haven't met the whole family. And I get the sense the whole family is very close. And finally, they're all coming together in one place, in one location. And, it's for this big, party, this big celebration. And where this takes place is probably in a location that is very green, very beautiful. There could be a lot of trees around, and it's near a body of water, like probably an ocean. Now, where elms naturally grow in the United States and into Canada, it's on the East Coast. So this could be like kind of like this area. It also could be the name of the street where the home is. Nightmare on Elm Street. Not like that though. But this could be, or like the name of, okay, so when you're dealing with people who've got some coin and they have like a tradition, maybe they have like a family home, and they name their houses, okay? Especially like in, the more mountainous areas and stuff where I live, yes, there are definitely properties that are named. And maybe there's elm in the name because on the property were planted a lot of elms or something like this, okay? So, but it's very interesting. I get the sense with the dolphin there, it's like, yeah, that this could be like in an area where it's near water. It's very pretty. Maybe even there's some kind of like art in the house. maybe like one of the family members, like who's like the matriarch or the patriarch, really loves dolphins, or they're a diver, and that's like what they do in their spare time. So they have like all these images, and maybe they actually like at one point, like, you know, they've been around the world and they've like contributed to people who did studies of marine life or something like this. And, you know, so it's like kind of like their thing. So they have like images, you know, from their different travels, and there's like dolphins because they've actually interacted with them and stuff. So this is really interesting. But it's like, I get the sense that you are slightly older than your mate. But you're both mature. Okay. And when I say slightly older, I mean slightly older. But we have 2 10s here too. So the 10th could also be a number as well. So, and I did say 3. So, keep that in mind. But this takes place at a very stately, you know, house. It's in the family. It's where they would gather every, you know, summer. Okay. So this is like a family owned property, and everyone in the family enjoys this place. And this is kind of like a tradition where everybody gathers at this, you know, area. I mean, I obviously I'm thinking the Hamptons could be one of these areas. It is popping into my head right now. So, but anyway, and Long Island is long. So there's a lot there, you know, there's different areas, different properties and things like this there, you know. It could even be like an area like up by you know, Cape Cod even too is coming into my head, you know, because I'm thinking of the areas where elms, you know, grow. There is, you know, elms also grow in kind of like the north, kind of like middle, top part of the United States. However, there's no dolphins there, but, you know, who knows? That could have something to do with it. You know, it's like there's no ocean. So, but you know, I don't know about what is it, the St. Lawrence Riverway right there between Canada and the United States. I'd have to ask my husband, he's been on it. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like that could, I mean, I don't know if they have dolphins in there or not. I mean, honestly, I'm sure wherever there's fucking ocean and water and an inlet, a dolphin can go. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The person obviously interacts with marine life. So there's something very special. They're very attracted to this for whatever reason. So anyway, this is where it happens. You know, they take you off into an area, and look at this. Look at this. Holy shit. Look at the imagery right here. And look at the imagery behind him. Wow. Okay, so it's like there's like a little bit of it. Like, see this water right here? It's literally behind the Empress right here. And, you know, this kind of like little private it's part of the property, or it's near the property. And it's like a little waterway that kind of goes like it's part of the property, and they take you out of this space, and this space is kind of special to them. Maybe there's like a big old elm tree there or something. And this is like their favorite spot from their childhood. So it's like a very special, like kind of like an intimate place for them. And like lots of memories and happy memories. So they want to add to the happy memory. So this is where they bend the knee and ask you to be theirs. And it's just absolutely gorgeous day. Maybe there had been a little bit of rain earlier or whatever, but the clouds look all fluffy. It's totally gorgeous. And I also get the sense that, are you ready for this? Oh my God. Especially because I'm seeing the baby here. And she's pregnant. So maybe not only are you going to be proposed to, but also your person doesn't know that you're actually pregnant with their kid. So it's like a double whammy where it's like, guess what? Baby on the way, buddy. You know, we're having a baby. And you know, and then, but they don't know. And they're also, so it's like a double celebration kind of thing where it's like a really happy moment. And it's like you announce it to the family, and, you know, everybody's like super stoked, really happy and celebrating and having a great time. And it's definitely a memorable moment, and you get to meet the whole entire family this way. And it's quite the momentous occasion. I also get the sense that there is a patriarch of this family in particular that you're going to meet, and he's like he's reaching, you know, he's very he's like way up there in age. He's like in his 90s, maybe even going on 100 years old or something. He's like way up there, and this is like the first time you get to meet this person, and you've heard a lot about him because your future spouse is like very close with them and like they adore them. So this is kind of like a magical moment. And the fact that he's so up in age and then he finally gets to see like his favorite grandkid or whatever, because it's like kind of like how it is, pop the question, and the fact that a baby's on the way is like, it makes their day. So very, very interesting reading, you guys. Super freaking cool. Very interesting. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to make sure you hit the bell, because I'm going to have a bunch of stuff coming in December for you guys, a bunch of different fun stuff. So make sure you hit the bell, like, and subscribe so you don't miss anything from me. If you do want to get a personal reading or check out my other content, you can head over to my Patreon. The link is in the drop down box below. Thank you guys for being with me, and I'll catch you next time. Okay, for my final group, group 3, this is going to be your reading. So far, these have been really freaking awesome. I'm loving this. This is a lot of fun to see. So here we go. How will the proposal take place? Where will it be? How will it go down? We have the Hermit. We have the Two of Swords. We have the High Priestess, and we have the Queen of Wands. We have November, and we have April. And as I said with group 1, you know, I pulled 2 different month cards because obviously this is a general reading and there's lots of people watching it. So this is going to give you a gist. And obviously we have spring and we have fall. So it's going to be one of these 2 time periods for sure. We have moon cycles with card 23. And we have card 2 with apple tree and abundance. And then we have tulip, trust in your efforts. All right. Obviously, there's going to be, probably they're going to be doing this during a full moon. It could be in April or November, obviously. It could be on the 2nd, the 23rd, or it could be on the 5th that this occurs. Maybe even the 2nd, definitely. The 9th. I'm popping off dates for you guys here. But it's going to be in an area where there's orchards and gardens for sure. Okay. And it's really beautiful at this particular time of year. And you know what's really interesting is we have apples and we have pomegranates. We even have sunflowers depicted here in this imagery. So I'm really feeling heavily strong. You know, the vibe will be, you know, more in the fall season, but the actual, I mean, it could also be spring because we do have, look at that. We have like fruit blossoms on the top of her wand. And we also have the same thing going on here with the April card. And we have tulips. And we plant tulips in the fall. Okay. So yeah, whenever you plant bulbs, that's when you plant them. You plant them in the fall. I mean, this could even be like a hint to the fact that, you know, the proposal takes place, you know, at the beginning of November or something, maybe even, and then the actual ceremony or something like this takes place in April. However, you know, it could be either one for proposal. I think you trust your gut and you'll know. Definitely you're in a phase of your life where you're feeling quite abundant because you've totally learned how to flow with the cycles of your life. You don't fight against them. You know, you trust in your efforts. You've made a lot of effort to bring a lot of abundance into your life and you're just doing good for yourself. So your person, I get the sense that where this takes place, because there's mountains with snow, and then the hermit here is standing on a ledge overlooking a whole, like there's tall mountains and clouds and stuff with a lot of snow. So I get the sense that this is going to be in an area where there's going to be a lot of like beautiful nature. There could even be mountains in the background, maybe even snow-capped a little bit, because there's always like a little bit of snow up there because it's so tall and gets cold. We have apples, we have a lot of tulips, and then we have like also an ocean area here, like a shore. This could be a lake or it could be a straight up ocean. So I'm thinking of two different areas that are like this. This could even be like the Northeast, the Pacific Northwest, or it could be like near one of the Great Lakes or something like this. And, you know, I know that there are big like lakes and ponds and things like this in the Northeast where there are little like little islands of land out there in the water and stuff. But what is happening here? Like intuitively, it's like trust in your efforts. We have the High Priestess. I feel like almost like this group is going to dream about this before it even happens. And you're just going to have this kind of like buzz in your tummy and you're just going to know something's up. You are in a point of your life where you're feeling fantastic. You're a mature person now. You've made your mark and you're living your good life. You're enjoying the fruits of your labor, obviously. And it's like, you know, you've got it going on. I get the sense also the Two of Swords is very interesting. It's like, I get the sense this is going to be a surprise. It's like intuitively, you know, something's up and maybe you've even dreamt about it, but yet you don't know when it's going to occur. And I feel like it's kind of like a surprise. So I get the sense that your person is even going to blindfold you, taking you out to this beautiful location. Perhaps, I feel like that this is kind of like a, they found this like total, like really special, you know, it's really interesting. I'm almost feeling like this is like a property that they ended up purchasing or something. And it's kind of like it is, there's no buildings on it yet because they bought this piece of land as kind of like a gift. And you guys are going to basically construct a dwelling on this that's like kind of like going to be your dream home. And you've always talked about this specific kind of location, how like maybe that you guys have like even gotten together and talked about and discussed like what kind of like place that where would you want to raise kids, what is your dream area, where's your dream spot, what is the perfect place. Well, you know, since they felt that they were going to, you know, where this has gotten really serious, you know, I feel like that they've definitely invested in things and stuff in the past anyway. But they found this perfect spot that is like almost like the description to the T of what that you've always wanted. And they found this fucking piece of land and they nabbed it. So they're taking you out to this location. They make you wear a blindfold in the car. You drive out, you're like tripping because you're like, what is this? But they make you wear the blindfold and then they take you to this location. And then once they get you out there, and I get the sense that there's like a beautiful, look at, there's even water behind her right here. And they remove the blindfold and they show you the spot and you're just like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. Wow. Holy shit. And you're like tripping, right? Because it's like the epitome of what you've always imagined. And they're like, yeah, well, it's yours. I bought it for us. And you're going to be like floored, and you're freaking out because you can't believe they did this. But then they're like, well, there's a reason for it. And then that's when they pop the question and they ask you to be theirs. And it's super, you know, it's like we have the Hermit. This was obviously a long spiritual journey between you and your person. They weren't ready to do, because they love you so much that it's like they want your dreams to come true. They want to do everything in their power. I feel like you're very independent and you've done a lot of amazing things in your life and you work really hard for the people that you care about and you really put in an effort and you've worked so hard to get where you are, and they feel like they've seen you do this. They've grown with you along the way and they see, and they're like, you fucking deserve something good too. Because I feel like you guys give a lot to other people and you kind of forget to freaking give it to yourself back. So, you know, because you're so busy, like, because you really love to help others or whatever. And finally, it's your moment in the sun now. This is their gift. And you are just like emotional, like so hard because you can't believe they did this. It's just so wow. And like the whole thing that they talk about, like, you deserve this. You've worked so hard for other people. It's about time you have something, you know, your dream you deserve your dreams. You deserve to have this because, you know, I love you. This is, I want to provide this for you. I want to make you happy and I want you to have everything that you've ever wanted, and here it is, you know. And that's like how they are. This person is your fucking ride or die, and they are going nowhere. They are definitely very devoted, and they want to spend the rest of their life with you. I feel like the Two of Swords, you know, it's very interesting because in like in a career reading, this talks often about legal. Like, you know, you work in the legal system, the law system, or you both do. You know, this is about conflict resolutions, or also people who are scientists. This could even be one of these things where you're like working on a cure, to find cure for people, and you help like people to overcome like disease, or, you know, treat illnesses. I mean, you're fucking devoted to what you do. And it's like you work so hard and you do it because you love it. And it's like, you know, you want to help like hardcore. And so, and because the Hermit is a healer, you know, the Hermit is definitely that, it's Virgo energy. This also can talk about, because we're dealing with mercurial energy here, because, you know, Mercury rules Virgo. Somebody who's really good at writing. Maybe you're writing, like you're doing research and you're writing something about it that can actually help the world to overcome some kind of, you know, disease or something that hasn't been figured out yet, or whatever. This also talks about people who are editors, you know, people who assess data, a lot of telecommunications, dealing with computers a lot, people who create software, anything dealing with teaching and healing too, definitely. But I'm really feeling like a lot of healer vibes here for whatever reason. And whatever this is, even if it has to deal with software or something, whatever this is, it's for the purpose of fixing something or healing something and just helping. I just feel like helper vibes here. Like this is your passion. You love to solve problems and find a solution to ease people's lives. Okay. So whoever this is resonating for, I fucking love you, whoever you are. And, you know, I wish you a lot of luck and, go for it in your life. But this is how your person proposes to you. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. And it's like in a very beautiful spot, location, and it's yours. That's what's so special about it. And it's going to be starting off and I get the sense it's like the beginning of a long line of several generations of people who will protect and love this piece of land a lot. So you are starting your own cycle, your own like new beginning with for your future generations, your children, your children's children. You know, it's like everybody's like, you need to protect this spot and keep it in the family, because there's something quite magical about it. And it's like maybe by even owning and protecting this piece of property, you're actually maybe even protecting a species of some, whether this is plant or animal or insect, whatever, or maybe usually it's a group, okay, together, because it's an ecosystem. So anyways, guys, that is what I'm seeing. Please make sure to hit the bell and like and subscribe, because I have more stuff coming for you in the month of December. So make sure to check in and watch for those videos. If you'd like to get a personal reading with me or check out my other content, you can head over to my Patreon. The link is in the drop-down box below. Thank you guys for being with me, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.